Shut it, Rick. Hey, everybody. It's Jay Victor here with another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. And before we start, rest in peace to Kyle Busch. Such a tragedy and such a loss at a young age for the NASCAR community. When it's all said and done, like him or not, whether he was your driver or not, he's going to go down as one of the absolute legends in NASCAR history. So our condolences go out to all of his family and friends who knew him, as well as all the fans around the world who cheered for him during his races. He will definitely be missed. So it's May 21st, 2026. We've cooled down a little bit after a bunch of 90-degree days. So it's nice to have some actual May weather in May in New England. And as I mentioned before, we went to a monthly podcast because there hasn't been much going on in terms of kind of total sweepstakes and really any interesting stuff going on. Well, holy cow, did that change in the last month. And you'll see a lot of sponsors pouring on the contest. I'm specifically looking at ones like Coca Cola, Corona, Modelo, just offering a ton of opportunities to win stuff. We'll have a brand new top 10 list with an honorable mention as well. But speaking of Coca Cola, one little tip I'd like to put out there, and I don't think I really mentioned it before, but I'm sure a lot of people know about it. So when you're finding sweeps, besides looking at the normal aggregates, like for instance, I curate my list through a site that I've been using for years, I mention all the time, which is ultracontest.com. And I've curated this week's list based off of that. But you have your other sites. Some are even pay sites, which, in my opinion, the best site out there, bar none, pay or not, is iwincontest.com. You're going to find different contests in different places. You'll notice that some get it before another one. You'll notice some will never pick up on some of the contests that are on other sites. So it's up to you, the user, to pick the sites that you want to use, whether it's one or multiple ones, or if you're in a sweepstakes group, getting links sent to you by friends or colleagues. However, what I have found to be helpful, and you'll find this in some places and not all, I love, obviously, reading most of the time, I should say, the official rules for a lot of the contests. So when you click on some of these rules, you will stumble on, like, I like to call it the special cave of secrets. So I have a link that I will be posting that kind of gives you a full rundown of all the contests that a certain sponsor might be having. So for instance, if I click on my Coca-Cola link, obviously it takes you to a Coca-Cola site. If you haven't already, or if you're one of the folks who's having trouble winning, and I've seen more and more people saying, oh, I've been sweeping for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and I haven't won anything, which just boggles my mind. I implore you to please sign up for a Coca-Cola account if you haven't already, because, like I mentioned, they run a ton of contests, and their current timing is no exception. So I have a link saved to my bookmarks that takes you to a page that says Digital Program Rules. And from here, from newest to oldest sweepstakes, they just have a list of a ton of sweepstakes that Coca Cola does. If I look at the bottom of the list, I'm looking at one of the older ones. It says the Gold Peak Holiday 2025 official rules. So they have a sweep posted that ended January 1st, started August 14th of 2025. And they basically have it in their archives here. The nice thing about this page is basically it's links to official rules for the sweepstakes, but within the official rules, there's always going to be a section, in this case, usually section 3. It's going to tell you how to enter, whether it be via Instagram, via Facebook. Typically, there's a AMOE, an alternate method of entry listed. But in most cases, they'll actually say you could enter by clicking here. So you would click there. And a lot of times it'll give you the jump on a contest that maybe the site that you're using doesn't have. Or maybe you're doing one Coca-Cola sweep or two Coca-Cola sweeps, but currently just looking at my bookmark bar as I scan for the Coke icons, I'm counting 8, and that's without continuing to my next page of bookmarks. So I'll post that up for you. You'll notice that in your search you may find other brands that do the same thing. But, I mean, if you're having a hard time winning, I say start here. You're going to be looking at the full list of options as it looks like right now. I'm counting about the 8 I have and then some. And they have some that are listed in Spanish as well. I don't know if they're a copy of the American version, but there's plenty of them out there. If you've been having trouble winning, Coca-Cola gives away a ton of secondary prizes, even if you don't win the grand prize. So I would definitely say give that a try, see how it works out. And here's hoping to a bunch of wins to you, should you enter any or all of those contests. So what's new and exciting besides this week's new top 10? Well, a bucket list item for me. So it's still going through kind of the verification and procurement stages, but I don't mind mentioning that I did win 2 tickets to a group stage game for the 2026 World Cup, for which I will be taking my cousin, who it's a bucket list item for him as well. We'll be going to a match at MetLife in New Jersey, so it'll be tons of fun. I'll give a shout out to the sponsor once everything's verified and I got the tickets in my hands. But I don't mind mentioning it now because it's really anyone's guess to where these tickets were won from, because there are an absolute ton of companies giving out World Cup tickets. The concerning part, and doesn't really concern me because I won the tickets, but I saw an article the other day on the news saying that FIFA as an organization thought, well, we're going to have a lot of these games taking place in the United States and Americans will pay anything to come watch these games, and holy cow, were they wrong. So they might have overpriced a lot of the tickets. I do know the contests that give away the grand prize, like for the finals at MetLife Stadium, are kind of booking out these prize packages at around $40,000, which on 2 tickets, when you take out the hotel and transportation, some of the gift cards, you're looking at like 17 grand per ticket to go see a final of the World Cup, which I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't consider it, even with the tax implications. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that was super exciting to win. I also got a Instagram win, which for me are usually few and far between. I don't do a ton of stuff on Instagram because for me personally, a lot of those contests are similar to the entries that state unlimited entries. So they say tag as many people as you want. Well, I know there's a lot of my fellow sweepers out there that will end up tagging 10, 20, 50, 100 people to win a prize, and I'm just not that guy. If it's an Instagram contest that basically says you can tag one person, I will definitely give it a try, but unfortunately, timing-wise, I try to spend as little time as possible doing sweepstakes and trying to get maximum wins for my effort. But that being said, I did win a case of, which works out to be 26 boxes of mine and my son's favorite, Kraft macaroni and cheese. So can't wait to get that. And thank you to the folks at Kraft for this contest, at least on Instagram. I am kind of bummed out because the Nintendo Switches I've been entering for Kraft Heinz, I entered 2 contests. I purchased product. I sent everything in. And 2 things could be happening. It's either not as easy to win as it was the computers last year, or I'm starting to have the sneaking suspicion I may be blocked from winning anything from Kraft Heinz after winning 4 gaming systems last year. If that's the case, unfortunately, it is what it is. I still love their products. I'm still going to continue to buy them. And speaking of which, the computer systems, all the monitors are finally gone. I did save 1 monitor for myself. It was sitting on my office floor for over a year with the rest of the stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to unbox it. Maybe it'll make me better at Fortnite, which honestly it hasn't. But the screen is absolutely massive. It's a 34-inch Samsung gaming monitor, which it's not only huge. I did have to put it in eye protection mode. It is so bright. I felt like it was burning my retinas out. So I had to put it in eye saver mode, which it is super comfortable to look at now. But my biggest surprise was when I was setting up this monitor, it asked me for my Wi-Fi info for the monitor, which I thought was strange. So when the setup was done, lo and behold, this thing is also like a quasi smart TV. So you can load up Netflix, for instance, if you were lucky enough to watch the absolutely terrible fight between Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey that lasted 17 seconds. I got a chance to watch that on Netflix. Or what I thought it was a hilarious roast of Kevin Hart. I watched those on my new monitor in fantastic 4K. I mean, this monitor's picture is better than any of the TVs in my house because none of my TVs are 4K. I'll say I'm super impressed. Plus, being somewhat of a cord cutter and a antenna guy, even though I do have DirecTV for my wife and my kid, I don't really watch that. I'm good with kind of local programming and stuff like Tubi and Pluto to watch old shows that I really like. This has Samsung TV channels, which I think kind of bite off of Pluto. It has like a lot of Pluto channels that they disguise as Samsung, which LG does the same thing. They must have some kind of contract with Pluto to show their stuff, which Pluto I think was Viacom or CBS or something like that. Who knows? But super impressed with this monitor. Great addition to the office. Now I just got to figure out if it's possible to hook up my old monitor at the same time to use as a second screen. I tried it before. It didn't work. But I may toy around with it in the future. So here's hoping that works. But other than that, small wins all around. I won a Budweiser t-shirt last month, a $20 Chili's gift card if I didn't mention it, 2 tickets to the Yin Yang Twins that are coming up at Mohegan Sun this summer, which is, to me, is going to be super interesting, and the World Cup tickets. So here's hoping to maybe some more wins in the future. Have you won anything? Have you won World Cup tickets? Did you win a car or some cash? Let me know. sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. And before we get into the top 10 list, and speaking of the email account, let me go to, where is my sweepstakes account? I had a very nice email that came from a listener who was asking me my opinion. And besides doing this kind of for the love of the game, I really love that people are listening and more or less would like my opinion on things. So I did get an email from a Miss Miranda, who said she is enjoying the Official Rules podcast and saying I'm doing a great job. Thank you so much, Miranda. She was asking advice on the sweepstakes websites, which, as I mentioned before, you have your ultracontest.com as far as a free site. You have a ton of aggregates that you could find on my friend Carolyn Willman's page at Contest Queen, that she just lists a ton of aggregates that they have over there in sweepstakes pages. But I told our friend Miranda that if you really want to win, and whether you're either getting into this hobby fresh or if you've been in it and maybe it's just not working out for you, maybe you're not doing enough dailies or doing the right dailies, or you don't know where to find the right contests, it's never a terrible idea. And I can't guarantee you, but I could almost guarantee you that it would pay for itself if you tried a 1-year subscription to iwincontest.com. When you go to this website, it's going to be very easy. Besides the Discord, besides all the other resources available in Sweeper University, if you're just going to iwincontest.com to check out what the current sweepstakes are, when you get to the main page, you're going to see a very clean interface. The contests are going to be listed chronologically, so as new ones come up, they will be at the top of your page. So, for instance, I only do Connecticut. There is a drop down for categories that will tell you all different kinds of single state or instance or text to wins or newsletters or Tom's picks or mail-ins. You can choose the category of the sweep that you want. I just leave it open to all of them. That's the easiest way because I'll pick which ones I want to do. The next category over is the state. So obviously I would click on Connecticut. So if Connecticut is not eligible, it's literally going to zap all of them from the list. And you're not going to see anything that doesn't have to do with your state. You could also do it by frequency. Now, if you're doing this to win, and a lot of people will disagree with me, and that's fine. We can all have our opinions. But if you are doing this to win, you need to do daily contests, and you got to do the ones that make sense to you, the ones that you actually want to win, but you have to commit and do them daily. So again, I leave my frequency open, I leave the prize types open, I leave the end dates open, keywords and all that. All I do is put in my state. Now, I already went through my contest for today. I had everything done. Last time I did it was probably 8 p.m. Eastern time. But before I go to bed, and in this case, I'm doing it late, so once this podcast is done, I'm going night-night for sure. But I always check in before I move to the bed because there are sweepstakes that are put in throughout the day. It's not like it's just a one and done and see you later and come back tomorrow. if Tom is finding more sweepstakes, they're going to make their way on here. So I see the last one that I did, but now there's a new one right above it, 1 and 2. So since I was last in at around 8 p.m., he's already added 2 new sweepstakes. So Tom puts a lot of thought and effort into the site. That's why, obviously, if you want the best results, if you want to really increase your chances of winning, if you want a clean interface, and if you want a website it's going to give you the most information with absolutely no fluff, that comes at a price with a subscription. That being said, I have to assume for most of us out there, it's not going to kill your wallet. You can go online, and I won't get involved in pricing and anything like that, but you could take a look for yourself. I think our friend Miranda, who emailed me, is going to go ahead and do a subscription if she hasn't already with iWin Contests. So Miranda, best of luck to you. I wish you not only many, but huge wins in your future. And I'm positive it's going to work out as far as your experience with iWinContests.com. And looking at this, this one. Oh yeah, it's a garage makeover. I'm definitely going to do that because I could use that in my garage. So another contest for me to enter before I go to sleep. So fantastic news. So Miranda, thank you again. Everybody else who's listening, best of luck with your entries. And if you've never tried a pay site, there's a bunch of them out there. Give them a chance and see what you think, and give yourself a birthday. So if you sign up for one on June 1st, give it a year, see what happens, and compare it to your previous years. And the results will more than likely speak for themselves when you kind of buckle down and commit yourself to doing these sweeps and have everything done in a neat and timely and specifically organized fashion. So on to this week's top 10, which is technically 11. So number 11 is going to be my honorable mention, because I have a truck and I would love a truck cap. Downside is that this contest, it seems like a lot of the contests that use this specific form, and you'll know it if you try it. This is the Smart Cap Summer Giveaway. So basically you enter in your information, and then it takes you to another page, and it says, well, this is one out of unlimited entries, and it has you sign up for their social media. But usually at the bottom where you can clip your referral link, a lot of these, unless I have some settings wrong on my browser or I have something blocking it, a lot of them don't give you a referral link anymore. But this is entered to win a smart cap valued up to $5,795. It needs obviously your information, and it's going to ask for the year, make, model, and bed length of your truck. So that would be a nice win for me. If you don't have a truck, it might not be worth it to you at all. Retail value $5,795. Legal residents of the United States, excluding our friends in Florida, New York, and Rhode Island. Sorry, guys, you have to be ages 18 and older. This one runs from April 1st to October 30th, and it is a one-time entry, one and done. And once again, this week's list, as always, is being curated through Ultra Contest, ultracontest.com. Coming in at number 10, the Ford Bronco SUV sweepstakes. So they have first prizes, 3 winners, a 3-day and 2-night travel package for 2 to the final regular season Atlanta Braves home game on September 24th, 2026. Includes standard hotel lodging, game tickets, $500 towards travel expenses, and a slot in the grand prize event. The grand prize, which will be one winner, is a 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend SUV equipped with Ford Custom Garage Matte Black Package and a custom Atlanta Braves branding. They're doing the MSRP of this one at $58,683. So, why is this coming in at number 10? Well, I will tell you why. This is brought to you by Music Audience Exchange, Inc., and this is only for our friends in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. What does that mean for you? 18 and older, by the way. 4 states out of 50. If you live in this state, which I sent this one to my mom so she could fill it out because it's a one and done, so these are right up her alley. It's only you 4 states that are eligible to win. This one started on March 27th. It ends August 30th. It's a one and done. And very, very thin entry period. Or not entry period, but the number of entries based on only 4 states being allowed. So obviously, I hope my mom wins, but I also hope any of you who live in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, or Tennessee go ahead and enter and hopefully win a fantastic Ford Bronco. And even better if you're an Atlanta Braves fan. So good luck to everybody who enters that. Coming in at number 9, one of the sponsors who are doing huge things as far as now that we're getting into sweepstakes season and doing a ton of prizes is our friends at Crown Imports LLC and the Modelo Summer 2026 sweepstakes. Now, they have multiple prize tiers here that are going to be rewarded throughout the season. This runs from May 6th through August 15th. It is a maximum entry of 1. The grand prize that they are giving away is a Blackstone Pavilion, a Blackstone 36-inch griddle grill with hood, an Igloo Party Bar cooler, a $500 gift card, and a $260 check for assembly of the product. Look at that. How nice is that? Total retail value, $2,558. Monthly prizes, $180 in total, which is a lot. $45 awarded each month. A Blackstone 22-inch flex fold grill valued at $349. This thing literally folds up and you drag it like luggage. It's awesome looking. And then seasonal bundles, I'll have 3 of those, an Igloo Party Bar cooler paired with Blackstone toolkits and $250 gift cards. Total amount of prizes are given away $67,175. It is open to legal residents of the U.S. and D.C., ages 21 and older. One and done. I will be posting the link, and good luck to everybody who enters that one. Coming in at number 8, our friends at Smithfield. Their lovely bacon, the Smithfield Ultimate Backyard Brat Luck Sweepstakes. They're going to award one grand prize winner an extensive outdoor living package. This will include, and I love summer and grilling. These sweepstakes, when I see them, this is all stuff I can win, and I never get sick of winning this kind of stuff. Maybe coolers, but, coolers aside, because we all have, if you've been doing sweepstakes for a while, you probably have 80 coolers in your basement. Prize includes cooking and cooling 1 Weber Genesis gas grill with cover and tool set, and 1 RTIC, this is very good brand of cooler, a 72-quart ultralight hard cooler. Ambiance and entertainment, 1 solo stove Yukon fire pit, I could use one of those, 1 Purple Leaf 10-foot cantilever umbrella with base, I like the sound of that, and 1 JBL Bluetooth speaker and a custom cornhole set. Sign me up for that one. That's a nice one. And then food, 10 coupons for 1 free pack of Smithfield Bratwurst, up to $10 each. The grand prize, they say a $4,400 check and a backyard barbecue and entertainment bundle. Well, would you look at that? This one runs from May 7th through July 6th. And of course, it is a one and done. Does not hurt to enter that one. Good luck to everybody who enters that contest. 10, 9, 8 coming in at number 7. The Flips Xbox Instant Win Sweepstakes. I believe these are the chocolate-covered pretzels that my kid eats. So they have a daily instant win component, and they also have a grand prize sweepstakes drawing. So grand prize, you're looking at $5,000 cash awarded in the form of a check. The instant win hardware, like I need more of it, but 3 gaming PC and monitor bundles, 3 of those. 5, and this is what interested me when I saw this contest, ROG, which stands for Republic of Gamers, Ally Handhelds. It's basically a Steam Deck, so it's like Nintendo Switch on steroids. They'll have 5 of those, 5 Xbox Series X consoles, and 25 Xbox accessory bundles. They'll have instant win digital prizes as well, so they'll give away 100 Forza Horizon 6 codes. Forza is a fantastic racing game. 100 World of Warcraft Midnight codes, 100 Grounded 2 codes, and 25 Xbox Game Pass Ultimate memberships, 3-month and 6 months. So total value of all the prizes, $44,446. Legal residents of the 50 United States and DC, ages 18 plus, 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, 21 in, we're going to say MS is that Mississippi MS? Yeah, it's Mississippi because Missouri would be MO. Perfect. So start date was May 1st. Deadline is the 30th of September. Now, heads up on this. So when you go enter this contest, I'm doing the AMOE. All right. So what you do is you write on an index card, I love flips, your name and the date. And then you go to the AMOE entry there, and you upload that in lieu of uploading a receipt. So there is a receipt component, but if you're not doing that, you would do the AMOE component as I am doing. So I'm going to waste a lot of index cards, but doing those index cards gives you a chance at those instant wins as well as the grand prize drawing. So I'm not going to buy flips every day and enter a receipt. So this is the next best deal. They have it listed as a daily. The assumption is that, a lot of people will be entering the AMOE on that one. So it's going to be a lot of sweepers going for this type of prize. So good luck to everybody who enters that one. Number 6, with hockey near and dear to my heart, the 2026 Stanley Cup Playoffs Sweepstakes. They're going to award 3 prizes. The available prizes include 2 second-place prizes, an NHL Shop prize pack, featuring a curated selection of official NHL merchandise. My hope is they would let you choose the team. I would choose the Los Angeles Kings, and they give you a nice little bundle of stuff. The grand prize is an NHL event package, including 2 tickets to a 2026-2027 next year NHL event of the winner's choice, which they will provide you from a list that they give you. Round-trip coach class air transportation for 2 to 3 nights of hotel accommodation. So they're going to value that up to $4,000 for the trip. The total retail value of all the prizes is $4,400. So the prize packs, you have to assume just by doing the math, are going to be about $200 each. Legal residents of the U.S., D.C., and our friends in Canada. Age of majority must be reached. This one started May 4th. It is ending May 27th. So you got less than a week to enter that one. It's a one and done. Go ahead and get it done. I'll have the link for that one as well. And we're halfway through. This will be number 5. this is one of the bigger prizes, but this ended up at number 5 for a reason. The Orville Redenbacher Star Wars Sweepstakes. They're going to award one grand prize, a high-value prize package, quote-unquote, and it's listed as $20,000 awarded in the form of Disney gift cards, $20,000 in Disney gift cards, but there is an or a check made payable to the winner at sponsor's discretion. So, Disney gift cards or a check, but it seems the check isn't guaranteed. And this is being brought to you by ConAgra Brands, legal residents of the U.S. D.C. Age of majority must be reached. This one started April 25th. It's going to end June 30th. It's a daily. Here's my beef. This one is on a very exact and specific 24-hour clock. So, if you enter this contest right now at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time on a Thursday, on Friday, if you have time around lunch and you go to enter it again, it will not let you enter. You have to do it a minute past, whatever the last time you entered was. So keep that in mind if you are saving this and plan to do it as a daily sweepstakes. Just be forewarned, it's one of those where it's on a very specific clock, and there might be times where you're going to end up missing a drawing because it's not time to put it in. You get busy, you forget about it, and then the next day comes and you get your entry, but you missed it from the day before. So good luck to everybody who enters that one. It's coming in at number 5 because although it is a fantastic prize, it's only, to me, fantastic if they actually give you the check. If they say, nope, we're just doing 20 grand in Disney gift cards, me personally, I think I would pass on that because I personally would not have the time to unload 20 grand worth of Disney gift cards or take that as a tax hit. But to each his own. Coming in at number 4, Taki's Most Intense Fan Sweepstakes. They're going to award 1,501 total prizes via single randomized drawing pool. The grand prize winner is going to get a check valued at exactly $5,000. First prize, 1,500 winners are going to get a Taki's branded merchandise fan pack consisting of 1 custom cowbell, a novelty foam hat, a stadium horn, a winter scarf, 1 pair of knit socks, a sports jersey, 1 luggage tag, 1 novelty stress ball. Looks like they are unloading all their old stock, but good for them. I've won a couple of Taki's sweepstakes in the past, including my son's skateboard that he loves. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind winning $5 grand cash. So grand prize is $5 grand. The 1,500 first prizes are worth $102 each. That makes the total value of this contest $159,380. Holy cow. Legal residents of the U.S. and D.C., ages 18 and older. This one started on May 4th. It's ending June 30th, and it is a one and done. So if you want your chance at a free shot at $5 grand, go ahead and enter that one. This next one, very limited time because it is from our friends at T-Mobile, and T-Mobile Tuesdays, week number 520. So 52 weeks in a year. Have they been doing this for exactly 10 years now? Holy cow. $5 grand prizes via a consolidated random drawing. The financial payout. Each grand prize winner receives a check for $5 grand. Each winner also receives an extra check for $2,142 to offset federal and state tax filings at their discretion. Love you, T-Mobile. Holy cow. Always with the offset checks. I love it. So total value $7,142 times 5, $35,710 brought to us by your friends at T-Mobile USA Inc. Open to legal residents of the U.S., D.C., and Puerto Rico, ages 18 and older. Start date, because it's a T-Mobile Tuesday, is going to be May 19th. It ends May 26th. You have 5 days left to do it, so get on it. It's a one and done. It's a great number of cash prizes. Depending on who you ask, not too sure how possible it is to win these contests from T-Mobile, but always give it a shot anyway. Coming in at number 2, Score for Your Pack Sweepstakes. They're going to award a total of 5,002 prizes. Prizes available include $5,000 cash awarded as a check to be used for a soccer match day setup. $5,000 cash awarded as a check. 2 of those grand prizes. First prizes, $2,500. Not $2,500. Come on, 2,500 prizes. A U.S. Soccer and Kellanova branded soccer scarf worth $35. 2,500 of those. And then 2,500 more U.S. Soccer and Kellanova branded backpacks. So everybody's going to be shooting for the $5,000. There's 5,000 additional winners. So again, if you enter this one, it's a one and done. Chances are you're gonna win this contest. I mean, they're picking 5,000 people. There's going to be a lot of winners. This one started March 16th. It ends July 31st. It is a one and done. Legal residents of the U.S. and D.C., ages 18 or older. Go ahead and enter that one. And drum roll, please, one of the most interesting prizes that I've seen and I think is super cool. The Arizona Beverages Arizona Legends Tour Sweepstakes. Grand prize winner will get a 1990 Mazda Miata wrapped in Arizona green tea blossom design. So if you've ever seen Arizona green tea with the kind of light green can and the flowery kind of design on that, just imagine that wrapped on a Mazda Miata. It is, of course, a used 1990 Mazda Miata. They are looking at the value of this vehicle as $10,000. It's an interesting prize. I love it. I think it's great. It's a one and done. This one started April 24th. It ends December 31st. So you have plenty of time to enter, but get your entry in while you're doing all the other ones I'm going to be posting. Legal residents of the contiguous U.S. and D.C., ages 18 and older, who have reached the age of majority. Sorry to my friend Lori in Alaska. I'm sorry that you folks lose out on stuff like this, but I'm sure it's a transport type thing. 1990 Mazda Miata. That's amazing. So, that is your top 10 list for the week. Thank you for listening to this May, and I will say late May Day edition. Mayday, Mayday! Late edition of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. I'm your host, Jay Victor. Thank you as always for listening. Continue on in your winning ways. Stay positive. Think winning. And most importantly, have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a father and son production.